Well, good morning, everyone. It's January the 31st, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Temperature is somewhere between 40 and 45 degrees. I've seen several different temperature readings on different thermometers. So we're out here at the Holt Summit yard. I'm going to hit all the yards again today. I'm going to feed my bees. I had several suggestions that they were starving and they need to be fed, and I even had a suggestion on how to feed a Land's hive. It was, I don't remember the viewer's name, but they suggested I drill a hole in one of the tops of the frames and put feed over top of it. So we're going to do a version that I come up with, and I'm going to bring you along and show you how I'm going to feed these Land's hives and the Langstroth that I've got. So come along as I try to save the bees. Okay, well, I got it all set up here. We're going to start on this side. The other day when I was out here, I spread a couple of the frames apart about right here, and the bees were in this area come out. So I'm going to start about right here and see if I can find the cluster just by opening up the hive here a little bit. Got my bee jacket on today. I didn't have it on the other day, and I got a couple of stings. And I hear the bees. There comes one. Yeah, I look like I'm somewhat above the cluster. So my plan is to leave just a bee space for the bees to come up in and get fondant. I've got Hive Alive fondant here. I guess I should have prepared this before I open that up. But what I'm going to do is cut a slot the length of the fondant to open it up. And that way the bees can get to it easier. And I'm going to lay that over the area that I've opened up here. Okay, I brought some scrap pieces of one by along. I want to cover up these areas that are open just to kind of keep the warm air in. Then I've got another scrap here that I'm going to put there. I brought some styrofoam, rigid styrofoam with me. So I'm going to cut off from my most recent project, and I'm just going to put that over top of that. And that's going to sit down on those one bys and kind of help insulate the hive. The lids that I got on this one and the Aloa hive are not insulated, so that's why I'm doing that on not the Aloa, I'm sorry, the Bowyard hive are not insulated. That's why I'm doing that on these boxes. But the Aloa hive has got an insulated lid, like I've showed that I insulated at my new lids that I made this for this season, the last few weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to the other side of this, and then we'll go up and we'll feed the Langstroth nuke that I have up on the hill. Okay, well, I thought I'd show you what it looked like before I left. If you noticed, I changed insulation. The other ones were purple. They were a little too long for this, but that's kind of the deal. And I know there's a little bit of a space there above the fondant, but this will help hold the heat down as much as possible. A lot of people have their hives ventilated at the top, and this is gonna not be any different than that. The little blocks are covering the slots, so the heat's not escaping from between the frames. So turn that one around here. I'll be back to check on these here in a week or so and see how they do. Okay, now we're up here at the Langstroth nuke. I had to cut the patty in half, and then I cut a strip out of the center so they could get to the fondant. I'm going to open this up. I already know there's a lot of bees up here because I popped it earlier. There's a pretty good sized cluster of bees. I forgot I had a feeder in here. What I'm going to do is just lay this fondant on the tops of the frames. Get these bees to move out of the way. And then I've got a shim that I made this morning. Put around this. And I'm going to put this pearl flute back on top as an inner cover. And then my powder cover on top of that. Come on, girls, move out of the way. And I've got a piece of styrofoam as an insulation on the outside of the cover, and we'll strap it back down. Okay, well, I've got it all strapped back down. As you can see, there's still a few bees. I did this early in the day, so any of the bees that I disturbed would have time to get back into the box before it turns cold tonight. It's supposed to get up to about 55 degrees again today, so we're going to head over to the Aloa hive, and I'll show you how I do that. And once I've done that, I'm going to go by the bow yard. Probably won't video over there because you've already seen what I did with the hives that don't have any insulation in the lid. So we'll see you at the Aloa hive. Okay, we're here at the Aloa hive. The girls aren't moving yet this morning. Still a little cool. But I imagine they'll start moving once I open them up. So give me a minute to get set up here and I'll show you what's happening. Okay, I got everything set up here. We're going to open up this hive. I had that little area there for feeding last year. I'm just going to give them the other half of that patty that I give the Land's hive out there at the bee yard. I'm going to open it up here. I can hear some bees in there, so we know there's a cluster. And here they come. I'm going to cut this patty. I'm going to cut just half of this plastic off of it so it'll fit down over that. I'll set it right over that crack. Come on, girls. Yeah, I forgot to bring my pieces of 1x with me. Put this back in here. And we're going to call that one good. Okay, well, I went back up to the van and got my pieces of 1x to cover up these cracks to help hold the heat in. And I'm going to swing you around here so you can see this other one. I've got my fondant pack cut and ready to go. As you can see there. Pop this loose. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Boy, that's tough. And we're gonna open it up about right here, I think. Oh man, look at all the bees. I don't know if you can see that or not. Lay that pack on there like that. Get a couple pieces of 1x here. This is a good strong colony. I'm not sure how much stores they've got left, but they definitely are a strong colony. Use that one, it's narrower. And that's all there is to it. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, as I was saying before when we were out the bee yard, this hive cover is insulated already. I plan on putting a 1/2-inch piece of OSB to cover that. You can kind of see what the bees have kind of chewed on a little bit, and propylize it. So I'm going to cover that this year, but that's why I'm not doing styrofoam like I did out to the bee yard. So we've got bees going everywhere. I've got them stirred up. So give me a moment and we'll close this out. Okay, well, that's going to be all for today. Now that I've got everything closed back up, we're going to head over to the bow yard, give them some feed. I want to thank everyone for coming along today, and hope you enjoyed the little trip we took to all of my hives. Not all of them, but most of my hives, to give them some feed. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you'd like updates on all my hives, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get notified when I post an update on all my hives. So, till we see you out the bee yard, happy beekeeping, and thanks for watching.